How's it going, everybody? Magnum Knights here, and it's been quite some time since I did a video. So I was thinking, you know what? Work has been crazy, my life's been a little crazy, so it's time to get back into making some YouTube videos for the, 83 subscribers I have. Moving my way up in the world very slowly. But I appreciate everyone that watches these videos. And today we're going to be playing Total War Warhammer, which is the newest edition in the Total War series. And I, for one, cannot wait. I love the Warhammer universe. So let's start a new campaign here. And we'll play the Grand Campaign, because I didn't buy the DLC yet for an eye for an eye. But what I did get is, we're going to be playing the Warriors of Chaos. Because, goddamn, I love the Warriors of Chaos. Initial challenge is hard. Okay. Alright, so our starting general, we have Archaon the Everchosen. Let's see, he gets extra campaign movement range for all of his characters, and he gets reduced upkeep for Chaos Warriors and Knights. Powerful melee fighter and leader, can use spells from the Lore of Fire. Nice. For everybody who loves who Archaon is, he's actually a very cool character, I'd say, in the world of Warhammer. I'm just going to leave his description up there for a few seconds for people that do want to read about it. Now, we also have Prince Sigvard the Magnificent. You beautiful bastard. He's only a powerful melee fighter, he gets no magic on his own, but he increases the chaos corruption around him, and he has additional leadership against humans. And lastly, we have Kolak Suneater. He's a dragon ogre, or a dragon ogre Shaggoth. He's a gigantic monster on his own. He too is only just a powerful melee fighter and leader. No magic for Kolak, but he gets additional upkeep bonuses for dragon ogre type units. So I think we're going to play Archaon. Actually, you know what? Everybody probably plays Archaon. We're going to play Prince Sigvard the Magnificent, because he's a beautiful son of a bitch. I'm going to leave his description up there for a few seconds. Apparently he only looks 16 years old. I'm not sure which 16-year-old looks like that, but okay. Rock and roll!
The old world is weak. The mortal nations flounder in their own incessant and petty wars. Ignorant of what truly awaits in the north. I come before the mighty Archaon as a mere minion. For now, at least, the gods' favored champion chooses to hear my advice. I pray to the dark powers that I do not fail him. Despite such a risk, I urge my master that now is the time to march south. The Northmen grow restless. We must harness that and send the tribes in a great tide southwards to flood the old world. Archaon himself, chosen of the gods, will lead the hordes of chaos as we despoil the lands of men and dwarfs. No soul, no matter how blackened or pure, shall see salvation.
I like that intro. That's a good intro. Alright, dude, this isn't my first time playing a Total War game. The last one I did play was Total War Rome, though. I get the gist of how it's going to work. And I've played a little bit of the campaign before, just to understand how everything works for Chaos, because they are very different compared to any other faction in the game. seems I need to invest in a solid-state drive. As we sit here on the loading screen, I'm going to tell you about my life. So, work has been very crazy over the last couple of weeks. It has been incredibly stressful, which is why I haven't produced any videos as of late. Just, little blurbs here and there from the Soul series guys, but those were only on Fridays, and it's time for me to get back into gaming to just, let some steam off. Again, I am not the best war general in the face of the planet. I lean more heavily towards games like Dark Souls and shooters, but that's not to say that I'm not gonna kick some ass. So, as you may or may not know, I am an IT technician, which means you are basically the dregs of humanity, where regardless of what happens in the world, it is your job to fix it. And if you cannot fix it, your job is to still just fix it, while people call you useless. So again, yeah, just little blurbs of my life. Super stressful over the last couple of weeks. Pay no mind to this horrible talking point that I'm making here while we sit through this loading screen. Loading screen. I would like for you to finish now. Oh, did we crash? That'd be nice. No, here we go. We're good now. A little bit. The Dark Prince calls to his stepchild, demanding that the Geld Prince chastise the southern lands. The summons him timely, for he grows bored of subjugating the marauder tribes of the steppe and the northern wastes. It is time for Sigvard the Magnificent to reveal, to revel, in bloody glory across the old world. Hey, we have progress. Slight amount of progress. All you have to do is read the fucking thing. Out loud. Like that matters. Alright, so I've set a timer here for about half an hour per episode that I will be making for Total War Warhammer. So, I don't get, 10-hour long videos like I normally do whenever I forget to set timers for things that I could just keep playing and playing and playing and playing. And there's no natural stopping points like, mission-based objectives. Almost there. Come on, baby. You can do it. Just let me in the game. Holy shit. Just let me in. This has been forever. Definitely need to invest in a solid-state drive. The rest of my computer is fucking banging. That is the only thing I'm missing. Yep. 100% investing in a solid-state drive after this video. This weekend, we're going part shopping.
Your adopted father calls you, Sigvard. The Dark Prince desires destruction and perversion of the world. Let it begin.
Very well, strange man.
You shall go into the lands of the mortals to spread fear and destruction. The Norse tribes to the west shall fall easily before you. Bind those willing to join your cause and slay the rest.
Okay. That sounds good.
Further to the south lie the nations of men. They will resist your advance, and for good reason. You will bring them annihilation, mighty lord.
Okay.
Devour the mortal souls to bring the favor of the Chaos Gods. March forth and spread oblivion in their name.
I can do that. Alright, I'm also not going to be playing with auto battle on. I'm going to fight every battle just to get more gameplay in instead of just clicking auto battle here, there, and everywhere. Alright, first thing we're going to do, that is our technology tree, and we're going to research the only technology we can. The path to ruination. So be it. Alright, Sigvald.
Fool.
Sigvald has some Chosen with halberds, some Chosen, a couple of units of Chaos Warriors, units of everything. Ooh, he's got cannons. Alright, we got cannons. That's cool. Alright, so that's our money here. We spent half of it researching a new technology. There's our income. Before we move out, we're gonna
All is well.
build up another couple of stacks of men here. Right now we only have access to the most basic trooper choices. So I'm gonna grab another 2 units of infantry that I can, and turn. Now Chaos operates a little bit differently than every other faction in the game, in where you don't actually have settlements to upgrade. Path to Ruination, thank you. Instead, you operate as a city unto yourself. So each lord that you have operates as a city, which is kind of cool, which is kind of very cool in my opinion.
The fates agree.
But
Forward unto slaughter.
if a lord dies, you've just lost a city permanently.
Invade.
Secondly, if all your lords die, you've lost the game. And I have just lost the game. Oops. Alright. The way their technology works is you only have to pray for the top of the trees, and then you spend X number of turns researching down the trees. And right now we want income from sacking settlements, because Chaos has no cities, they get no income except their base income. So it's very important to reduce upkeep costs, as well as get a whole bunch of money from sacking settlements. Now, we have overwhelming power here.
Destroy. Kill them all.
And as I said, I'm going to fight every battle. Let's fight it. They've got a lot more horsemen than I do, which is going to be a problem trying to chase those assholes down. Or I might just hit them with a cannon. Da-da-da. Hello, Varg. It seems you and I are not going to be friends. Okay, so Sigvard, some chosen, some warriors, bunch of infantry. Maybe I should have got horses instead. The marauders on horses, which are actually the only ranged chaos units. They don't get standard bowmen or line infantry for ranged combat. So that there makes them a little bit more unwieldy to use. However, they do get, I'd say, the strongest infantry in the game. Like, your Chaos Marauders are definitely stronger than any base Empire unit. And your Warriors even more so. Alright, deployment. Let's check this shit out. Here we go. Let's get this cannon up here. Go cannon. Rain death and destruction upon them, actually. Let's move the cannon back just a little bit. We'll put it behind our Chaos Marauders here. I wanted all of you guys. There we go. And we'll put a nice meat shield in front of those. We're going to put our Chaos Warriors on our flanks here.
Chaos comes.
Make sure none of those horsemen can sneak around and just charge into the cannon. That would be awkward. Chaos Spawn, these guys are damage dealers, and the dogs. The dogs are some of the best units I've ever seen in a Total War game for chasing down everything. Because, you know, they're war dogs.
Marauder horsemen!
Alright, horsemen. Horsemen have vanguard deployment, so I can put them anywhere behind the white line. So let's go ahead and put our horsemen up in this forest here. Hide them a little bit. And
My God's call!
our chosen. Yeah, this looks good. Let's see if we can snipe an enemy commander. Go cannon crew.
Marauder horsemen!
We're gonna put our horsemen into skirmish mode. Oh, missed. Damn. Now, I'm gonna sick the dogs on 2 of their horseman units. Oh, that looks promising. Boom! Right in the center. Check out that leadership damage right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my dogs on walk. Yeah, they're getting picked apart by the,
Yes!
I'm gonna get my horsemen there
Marauder horsemen!
to start leading around their horsemen.
Your will! Kill the southerners!
Not sure if this is the best battle plan I've ever had, but it could be worse, I suppose. Oh, they're about 20% dead, and they're not even in the line yet. See if our spawn can catch some of these horses. Oh yeah, they're terrifying, the horses.
My God's call!
We're gonna put you guys into melee mode, and we're going to charge into the side of them.
Kill the southerners!
Get a full wrap here. Where's Sigvard? Sigvard!
Chaos comes!
Kill their commander.
Kill them all!
Alright, dogs.
Marauder horsemen!
See if I can get my dogs to reform back out here. We're gonna take melee mode off. Pull the dogs out. And the horsemen.
My dark prince calls! For chaos! Death!
I'm not overly concerned with their mostly dead unit
What? Mortal fall!
getting into combat here with me. They will most likely flee well before.
My God's call!
Let's get Sigvald into combat here with some people.
Your will! Yes! Reads!
Who's running? Oh, chase them all the way to the side of the map. Well out of combat there.
Mortal fool!
You idiots sure you want to engage the spawn? And there goes their leadership. They're broken. Alright, how are things going up here? Those marauders are definitely running away from those.
Chaos marauders! Kill the southerners!
Alright, dogs. See if we can hit these guys. I'm not overly worried about the spawn. They can normally take care of themselves pretty well. Especially once they get into combat. It's probably taken a few more losses than I would have out of normal battle or an auto battle.
For chaos! Chaos marauders! Eat your soul!
Poor Sigvald didn't get to see combat at all. There's victory. There's a routed enemy. I mean, their horsemen got a lot more kills than they should have. But trying to chase horsemen around with infantry just does not work out. And what we're going to do is we're going to sack the settlement first.
Moving!
Excuse me.
Handsome and lethal.
And then we're going to take,
Destroy.
and we're going to awaken the tribe. They are now our friends. And now we're going to declare war on our
The
friends.
slaughterer.
And just for, shits and giggles, we are going to auto-battle this because it is not worth our time. And now we subjugate the crap out of them, so that they cannot rebel against us. Ooh, new equipment. Ward save, 15%. Damage resistance against everything. Perfect. Alright.
Chaos.
Prince Sigvard, you have 2 skill points to spend. And I learned this. What we need is we need the tribes of chaos in order to actually grow our cities at any kind of rate. So I'm going to get 3 points to this as my first, 5 levels, just so that my settlement lord can grow up big and strong. Get all the different unit types. So we're going to go ahead and camp to heal our guys faster. Alright, we're now going to get our next rank of the main camp here, which also affects how quickly our settlement can grow. And we're going to get the next rank of this building as well, so I can get the upgraded versions of the Marauders, the Dogs, and the Horsemen. Ah, Kislev. You wish to fight, do you? Alright, luckily Chaos buildings build instantly. Otherwise they would be at an incredible disadvantage having to sit still for, 10 or 12 turns or whatever. But we now get plus 5 growth per turn. So every 4 turns we will get a population point, which is quite handy. Big Kislevian army. Relic sword. Nice. Eliminate the following lord in battle. The one guarding this. You know what? I might be able to do that. Let's go say hello. Hello, friend. That's right, you better run. Alright, so we're down, I think, 3 spawn or 4 spawn. 3 spawn.
Fool.
That's all the damage done to the army so far. Let's see. Let's get a few more horse.
Agree.
That sounds like it'll be useful. Let's get 3 more units of horse. And let's grab recruitment cost decrease for Marauder units. Plus 6 melee attack for all units. I can do this. Rock on! Blood for the Blood God! Alright, what else do we have here? Oh, things are disconnecting there. I'm gonna just turn again here real quick. Get our spawn back up to full power. I did want to recruit a few units. I'm an idiot. Oh, nice! Recruiting surplus as well. Okay. We've got 2 spots left in our stack. And we have no great weapon troops yet, but the Empire shouldn't be armored up quite yet. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to grab 2 units of poison dogs. Yes, poison dogs. The powers of chaos. No, don't even question. Alright, can I get in? Get an attack off on this guy. Now he's gonna have the local garrison helping him out, as well as being fairly powerful himself. So what we're gonna do is, before we do stupid things, we're gonna hit escape and save the game. Say what you will. But I am not waiting through that loading screen again. And we're going to attack the settlement.
Bring ruin.
It's probably a bad idea. Rock and roll.
Wipe them out. Invade.
What's going on? What's going on, boys? How's it going? Alright, so we've got 5 units of swordsmen, 4 units of spearmen, a bunch of pistoliers. Okay, he's mostly infantry based. He's only got 4 units of pistoliers. His pistoliers outrange my nomads though. But I have 4 units of dogs to chase his pistoliers. Also, I might be able to snipe his hero with Prince Sigvard there. He is a melee expert, meaning that he is an expert at one-on-one combat. So if I can find their hero and kill it, that will definitely tip the battle in my favor. Not to mention, I also have a cannon. Okay, here we go.
Marauder horsemen!
Yeah, they aren't going to fit in there. We have Vanguard deployment with these guys, so let's put our horsemen up here. And let's grab our dog units. My dog units do not have Vanguard deployment. I'm going to line them up back here. Hello, cannon. We're going to put you here.
Chaos Marauders!
We'll have our army center here in front of the cannon. We'll secure the flanks with our upgraded troopers here, the Chaos Warriors.
Tremble, mortals!
Put Sigvard here.
Chosen! Khorne's bloody glory!
And I think we're ready to just march into the enemy. But since we have the artillery, I'm going to give that a few moments. And we're going to launch artillery into their bowmen, because bowmen are going to be my bane, I feel. So all the damage I can do to their crossbowmen early will be good. Also, given that if I miss and overshoot, I will still impact on their army somewhere. Their pistoliers are probably going to be a problem. I'm gonna grab some poison dogs here and just chase their pistoliers around. Oh, their pistoliers are coming for my horsemen.
Marauder horsemen! Your will! By God's call! Now is our time!
And we'll see the differences between nomads and... Not sure where that dog unit went. Where are you guys? Oh, you caught some things. Awesome. Okay, other dog unit, get into those pistoliers. Spawn, get into those boys. Army center, let's advance.
Chaos comes!
Actually, you're gonna sit right here. Little cannon, I didn't mean to grab you. Alright, let's start bringing the dogs around back.
Very well! Marauder horsemen!
Melee mode, go! Now back out.
Core demands! Sigvard!
Kill their commander, Sigvard.
It is done! Ready! Deliver slaughter! All will be despoiled! Marauder horsemen! Love them! Undivided! Obliterate them! Marauder horsemen! Chaos Marauders! Blood! What? The Changer directs us! Give us carnage!
Oh, there's my timer going off.
Give us carnage! The gods
Just shut that off for now until we finish off this battle, and we'll call it an episode. Yeah, we've definitely lost the left flank here.
chosen!
See if we can get some kills on these pistoliers. That enemy general is definitely running.
You bid. Fight! What do you bid? Quick! We want their eyes!
Now, you dogs are in behind, so let's get a rear off on these guys.
Chaos Marauders!
Oh, these guys are chasing everything off the map. That's good. We've lost a unit of men somewhere. I'm not exactly concerned. That happens.
Zinch's many glories.
Get in there.
Seas of blood.
You want to play the ranged game with those pistoliers? Boom! How do you like me now? Now, as I said, Chaos has very powerful infantry. Like, you can see these two units are holding on against a lot of Empire units.
Chaos Marauders! Don't give them an inch! Eat your souls!
Now, let's bring back you guys into the fray down here. Those spearmen look like they might reform. But we do have some poison dogs here. Let's get them into the thick of it. Enemy commander is nearly dead. Oh, there's victory, as the enemy has crumbled before me. And I got the achievement, Master Tactician. Nice. Let's check our post-battle here. I'd say our troops did fairly well. This cannon is invaluable. Oh, that's the unit of dudes I lost. I lost my spawn. Oh well. Not a huge deal. I mean, they're very, very powerful damage dealers. I will feel effects of their loss. And you all just got killed. And we're going to burn your city to the fucking ground. Hooray, Relic Sword.
Fool.
Alright, that should have leveled up Sigvard. Yes, it did, so let's grow his tribe a little bit quicker here. And let's take a look at this. We have one more turn before we get a population point. And I'm just going to do one or two more things before I call it an episode. We're going to march our way back into the Chaos Waste.
Yes.
Where we're at least somewhat safer.
Move.
And hit turn. Don't you dare. Oh, he was repelled.
Shall we decant the wine?
I don't think I'm going to be able to reach this guy, but I can definitely
Wipe
chase
them
him
out.
off. Because it is seriously
No.
a single commander unit. Where you going, little Kislevian dude? That's right, run the fuck off. Fuck you. Alright. We have Varg army coming in for us.
Slanesh's scion.
We finished our technology, so I'm gonna get skulls for the Skull Throne before I get the next one. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to recruit a lord. Just to have a safety lord somewhere in the back. They all cost 2 population points. Alright, so we have 2 lords and 2 casters. One of the lore of metal, one of the lore of death. So let's get the lore of death here. Infernal Dominance gives him +5 melee attack for a caster. That sounds pretty cool.
You dare! Ready. Now.
Let's go say hi to this Varg army. Alright. And that's all I wanted to do on this turn. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Magnum Knight saying, see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I'll grow my skills as an enemy tactician and commander. But until then, later.